My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of John Tucker Must Die. And okay, so this movie received really bad reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 28% from the critics and a 69% from the audience. And I did watch this movie once before, like 2016, maybe 2017. It was like a decade ago, and I just fucking hated this movie. I thought it wasn't grounded in reality at all. I didn't find it funny. I found it annoying, and I was just very negative towards it. But plenty of time has passed, and my taste in movies has definitely changed. So I gave it another shot, and I I was wrong. I actually kind of love this movie, and it's actually pretty great. So let's begin by talking about the cast. And Brittany Snow does a really good job. She's convincing as her character, she carries the movie incredibly well, and despite being very shy, she is still very charming and likable and funny, and I just thought she really stood out. Jesse Metcalfe does a really good job as well because he just plays this giant douche, but you also kind of get the appeal behind him at the same time, and he still brings somewhat of a likable quality to his character despite being total scum. And I just thought he was able to walk that fine line incredibly well. Penn Badgley does a pretty good job. I do wish he had a bit more to do, but he still feels very authentic here. Ashanti, Sophia Bush, and Ariel Cabell do a pretty decent job, and Jenny McCarthy is perfectly fine. So the cast does do a good job here. They understood the assignment and they delivered. And look, at the end of the day, I just miss movies like this. I miss high school comedies like this. I really do. Like Mean Girls and She's the Man and Easy A and I know I'm missing a few, but I just I miss this kind of movie. Like we got Booksmart in 2019, Bottoms in 2023, and just pretty much nothing since, and it's a real bummer because there's just a nostalgia factor to these movies, and I just like high school as a setting. And I do really like the story being told here. It's just very entertaining, it's never boring, and it knows what it is and leans into it as much as possible. And I do think there's actually some interesting observations of human behavior here. Just it explores these kinds of dynamics so incredibly well, and just why guys like John Tucker exist, and why girls go after guys like him. And, I do think there is enough here. But the movie is a comedy, and in that it also delivers. Like, this is just so nonsensical and so silly, but it's really funny. There was this extended bit involving thongs that just cracked me up. There was a scene involving estrogen, which is really funny. Like, this movie just delivers on the laughs, and it's got the right soundtrack. Like, you've got All American Rejects and The Click 5, and that's the kind of music you want in a movie like this. So I have a great time with this movie. I do love it, but I do got two minor issues. The first is, it does kind of fall apart at the end, because, like, I don't know, it feels like it wraps up too fast, and did they want the main girl to end up with John, with the brother? Is she going to come clean? What's her friendship with the girls going to be like? There's so many question marks, and I don't know, I just feel like the answers given were pretty simplistic. But my bigger issue is, okay, what's the main girl's name? Kate, it's Kate. Okay, so throughout the movie, she starts to lie, and she starts trying to impress John Tucker. And I do kind of like what the movie is saying there about how you should fall for someone who you can be yourself around. I do like that. But Kate kind of always just felt like Kate to me. You know, like, yeah, okay, some of her actions are very questionable, but it still kind of felt like Kate. You know, if you watch a movie like Mean Girls, when Caddy becomes the next Regina George, you see a drastic change in how she presents herself, in her character, and I feel like this movie could have done that a little bit better. But I still love this movie. It's just very entertaining. It's very funny. I like the plot. I love this kind of movie. Like, I love She's a Man. I think Mean Girls is just perfection. I think Easy A is incredible. I love this kind of movie. This one delivers, so I'm giving John Tucker Must Die an 8 out of 10. Give me more movies like this. Just do it. But John Tucker Must Die. Have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.